stay a while on farming stories. The CPP's Running Mate is pushing for right investment in cassava cultivation. He says with the right investment, Ghana can earn more money from cassava than the revenue raked in by cocoa. Well, Professor Emmanuel Bobobi is an agricultural engineer and running mate of the Convention People's Party. Cocoa generates $2 billion annually, but cassava is projected to rake in more than double that amount with less investment. Professor Bobobi says the use of modern agriculture methods is key in realizing that potential. He's innovated a cassava harvester to reduce drudgery in cassava cultivation. And Ayojima spent time on his farm and filed this report.
My name is Professor Emmanuel Bobobi. I'm an agricultural engineer, in fact, the rank of associate professor, and I'm the vice presidential running mate for the CPP in the 2020 December election. I've been actually a lecturer in this university since 1998, and my research interest or focus has been in agricultural mechanization. You know, I'm taking you to my research field, research farm, where over the years I've been developing or demonstrating mechanized way of planting and cultivating cassava up to harvesting. So you go there and then you see how cassava must be planted in the modern way. In fact, the demonstration plot is to actually come out with the correct protocol of cassava cultivation so that it will be enjoyable and attractive, especially to the youth, to take as a full-time business. This is the way to the farm. We are going to see is 10 acres or 4 hectares, which I'll be using to do demonstration of mechanized cassava production and also to use as an outdoor laboratory to teach students. See, this is damage. I need help.
This is me trying to finish what the prof couldn't finish, and even though I've tried excavating part of the sand, still difficult. You know, you have to be very careful when excavating the sand. You might end up damaging the cassava itself. Already. It's coming! Ah! Finally.
Look at all that. Yeah, you can see what Yahoo has done. Well, I mean, he has to come to my aid. But look, he has damaged virtually everything is broken. And cassava starts deteriorating after 24 hours, after a day of harvesting. So if we don't go and process it, now this is manual. But if this were to mature and then we use the mechanical one, you see that no damage. So that one also gives the farmer some breathing space to be able to gather and then take it to the processing center. I've actually sold some to South Africa, and then Nigeria, and then Jamaica, and I've got actually orders from New Zealand and then the Fiji Islands. Yeah, but there are interests in other African countries also.
How much more?
This one costs 5,000 cedis, $5,000 only. In fact, this is for life. In fact, the whole thing you are seeing now, in fact, it is for life. It will not spoil in anybody's lifetime. The only thing that will change is the blade, which I have actually formulated for my PhD work, and it is reversible. So when one side is worn, you reverse it, and then it will do double the area. That's the only spare part. Otherwise, this is for life. And you know, when you use it to harvest, it goes deeper than plowing. So it is like you have plowed. In fact, during the harvesting time, if you come and see it, when you harvest, the field is plowed. So you save time and energy and money on plowing. So it's a double operation. Then after that, you just ridge or harrow, and then you ridge and plant. So it is actually a very, very tropicalized innovation. It has been designed and developed like this from the German version to this one to actually be useful to the African farmer. Because I'm a son of a farmer, and then I know what goes into it. So it has been developed like this with the African farmer in mind. And apart from cassava, it harvests yam also easily. But it must also be planted in rows on ridges, and even if it is mound, the mound must also be in line so that the tractor can pass through. Then it can harvest sweet potato. It can harvest sweet potato, it can harvest Irish potato, and then it can harvest cocoyam. We produce about 19 million tons of cassava. 90 million tons. But we can get to, Nigeria produces about 54 to 56 million tons. Globally, the whole visit is about 256 million tons. So this one is just forming. It's now, we call it bulking. It's becoming, cassava developed as a root. Then after the roots have developed, then it starts filling. When it starts filling,
that's another farmer telling us more about what he does, and we say thank you to all our farmers out there. We really appreciate your work and efforts. Let's head to Techiman now, because that's where our farmers will be celebrated today. We're expecting the president to arrive in the Bono region shortly, but my colleague Anas Abed joins us with more on what to expect. Hello, Anas.
Benny, this is Nanayao Jima.
Oh, Nanayao, great to have you. So Anas and Nanayao Jima are on this beat for us. Nanayao, tell us what's happening in Techiman.
Okay, so presently the stage is set. The place is ready. Farmers have taken their positions. Chiefs and all dignitaries who are supposed to be here have arrived, awaiting the arrival of the president, who we hear is coming from Kumasi. So in a few minutes, we understand that the president will be in and the event will commence. So the prizes for all the award winners are already here. Farmers and other exhibitors have also taken their position, exhibiting what they have for us. And also, there have been some talks in various exhibition points about food security and how we can improve agriculture in this country. So here at Techiman, the people are ready, awaiting the president for the commencement of celebration of farmers in this country.
But you've been speaking to some of them earlier on the AM show. What did they share with you?
So most of the farmers are happy with some of the government interventions to improve upon agriculture in this country. But they believe more can be done so that the plight of farmers will be further reduced. So, for instance, programs like Planting for Food and Jobs, one village, one dam, and others that are supposed to improve the livelihood of these farmers are what they are advocating. And they believe that every government, the various political parties that are fighting for their votes have also very good plans to enhance agriculture. And they are also expecting them, when they are voted into power, to also look at implementing the policies that they came up with in their manifestos. So farmers are happy about the event and also what government will do to further reduce their plight.
Nanaya, we'll leave it here, but we'll bring updates on the president's address when he arrives in Techiman for that function to commemorate Farmers' Day.